Alright then, let's have a little look, see what we got here. We've got 2 engine blocks, we've got 2 heads, we've got 1 exhaust, 1 manifold, 2 crankshafts, 1 piston stuck in a liner, so we'll have to get that out. And we should have most things we need to build up an engine. We're probably not going to get an engine to run today. We might do, so do stick around because it might actually run. We'll have to see what else we need. We've got 1 carburetor already on this block. We've got another carb off of a block, that obviously goes on that one. So we can see if we can build one up. The one fundamental thing that we're missing though, the one thing that we really do need that we haven't got is a working pull start. So we're going to have to try and work something out for a working pull start. We have got a 28 Pro up here with a little silly pull start off of there from that RC scrapyard, which doesn't work one bit. The string's stuck out. But I might better take that off and try and get it to pop back in again, and we might be able to use it on here. We never know. But it's supposed to use this dual start system. I could, if I really wanted to, take this pull start off of the other one on the truck on the MTA4, but I might not do that. I don't know just yet. We've got 2 pull start things here with no spring or rope. So anyway, let's start. We'll get the piston out of this sleeve, and I know what some of you are going to say. Well, that's obviously not going to be any good because, well, it's obviously too far up. There's not going to be any pinch on that whatsoever. So there's going to be no compression. It's not going to run very well. Plus, it's stuck in there. You know, I know what you're going to say. I can already hear it. But what can I say? We can always try it and see what happens. This is just for fun. Can we make an engine that will run for even 10 seconds from all of these scrap parts? Your guess is just as good as mine. Who knows? No one knows. And we've got a bit of an engine bench going on here. I've got no space because I've got engines this side, engines that side, engines all over the place. This one, as we all already know, has seen far better days. But we'll soon work with it and we'll get it like brand spanking new in no time. That's another day. Right, let's see what we can do. We might not be able to do much. This might just be a bit of a waste of well, not a waste of time. Nothing's a waste of time. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Nothing is a waste of time. I'll put them aside. Now I have dug out. I don't use this very often because it's not all that good. It's not particularly the best thing in the world. But this is. It's a bearing puller and it's made by Fast Tracks, and it's alright, it does work. It's meant for 21 engines really. It fits these ones perfectly, but for 28 the inner of the bearings is slightly smaller, so you can get the front ones out usually, but you can't get out the back, but the rear bearings, because the tool is too fat. But as I say, I'll show you if you want. I'll show you now. This is a .21. This is an over-inch, a .21. This is a 28 Pro, obviously Thunder Tiger. Now, if you can see in there, hopefully you can see. This is the 21. This is the 28. Can you see the inner of the bearing on the 21 is bigger than the inner of the bearing on the 28, which means the tool just about fits. Well, it fits in the 21 because that's what the tool's made for, but it doesn't fit in the 28. But you can get the front bearings out because they're the same size. So, yeah, I won't be able to. That bearing is seized up on this one, and on this one, it's also seized. The front one moves, slightly crunchy. On this one, the front one seized up. So, I think we'll probably go with this block, because that isn't seized, but it's a little bit crunchy. This one, although it is seized, it does move a little bit, and I reckon with a bit of oil in there we can probably get that moving properly. So what we'll do, we'll put the bearing puller away. I did get it out. I wanted to show you lot here, and I might use it. I might try and get the bearing out. We've got to get that piston out of that liner yet. Oh, it come out. I thought that was well and truly stuck in there. That's a nice piston. Hopefully it is for this block. I haven't even tried it. I don't know. Yeah, that'll go in there. Yeah, that is for this block. So it is a 28 piston. Happy days. Right. Let's get that out of there. Right then, brilliant. So, is that bearing seated? I don't know if that bearing's all the way in. I think it is. Sticking out a little bit. Doesn't seem to be anything wrong with that. It's just a shame that it's yeah, it is a little bit worn out. That probably won't run particularly well. I mean, it should get sort of stuck around about there somewhere, but it'll actually go all the way to the very top, which means it is actually worn out. So it ain't gonna be the best. Let me just go and check on my dinner. I can hear you sitting there at the back there. Why don't you just repinch the sleeve, the liner, just repinch it? Well, no, I haven't got time for none of that rubbish. I haven't got a Jubilee clip that'll fit at the moment. Well, I probably have, but there you go. So I'm not going to bother with any of that. So I reckon I can free up that bearing by stuffing a crankshaft in there. So what ones we pick? We've got 2 crankshafts to pick from. We've got this one. Looks alright. Doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it. And then we've got this one. They look to be identical. I'm assuming they do both come from a 28. This one's got a collet on it already and a nut. But it doesn't matter because obviously we can swap those around to whatever crankshaft we want to use. But these both look pretty much identical. Can't see any damage on either of them. So I'm gonna say we'll use this one. Alright, we'll use this one. Let's jam that in there. Hopefully, it don't fit. Oh, it does fit, that's right. I thought it weren't going to fit then for a minute. That's a nice tight fit, that's good. And we should be able to hopefully free that bearing up. There we go, the bearing's freed up. Let's get some, I should have put some oil in it first, what a cock, that's alright. I'll stick a bit of oil in it now. Bit of oil in there, bit of oil down there like that. And we can get that. Oh, that's freed up lovely now. I reckon the only reason it was a bit seized up was probably because it had a bit of nitro in there. And it's probably gone a bit gummified, a bit jellified. That's going round lovely in there now. Couldn't ask for better. Absolutely perfect. If it was any better, it just wouldn't be true. Right, so now then, let's lube up the block. And we can slide our sleeve down in there. Don't forget the little pin there. You've got a little pin there and you've got a little notch out on the liner. So that you know where to put it. Like that, and you can just put that in there like that. And that goes perfect in there. Like that. Happy days. We know that that's going to fit. We know there's not going to be any issues with that. The piston itself, a little bit of oil on there. Make sure it's all oiled up. I might just put a little bit down in there when I got it. Look, this engine's not going to, I don't know why I'm bothering oiling it because it ain't going to run very well. But, you know, we've got to make sure we do our best. You build it as if it's brand new. If you build it as if it's brand new, you're expecting it to run perfect, and then you're not doing anything wrong then. You're doing everything right, and that gives it its best chance as well as everything else. But don't forget, this is purely just for fun. There is no more things to it, just for fun, nothing more than for fun. Just got to make sure I line that up properly. Got to get the piston in there properly like that. I used to come around a little bit. Happy days. That's in there. Piston's in. It goes up and down. Like that. Yep, that's running the right way. We've got all the bolts lined up. Everything's happy. We're all having a very good, nice, happy life. Let's put the collet on there. We need to get a flywheel on it. That's what we're missing. We're missing a flywheel. Forgot all about the flywheel. We haven't got a flywheel. Now, what head are we going to choose? We need to choose a head. We've got 2 of these heads to choose. Oh, we haven't got any nuts and bolts either. That's a bit annoying. We haven't got nuts and bolts. We've got this Pro 28 here. Now this one I built up from scratch as well. I have to nick this pull start. I might have to nick the nuts and bolts out of the head, or I might just nick the head altogether, but the whole point is we use the stuff we've got here. So I'm going to nick the nuts and bolts off the head, so we can choose one of these heads. I think we'll choose this one. We'll put this head on there like that, and away we go. We've got a nice little engine built up then. And we'll have to try and get this pull start to work as well. Right, I've nicked the head off of that engine. This is the good engine that I'm nicking the parts from. This is the engine that I'm building up. That's the head I'm probably going to use. That's a one-way bearing. This is the pull start, which is the crappy one. I don't understand what these are all about. They really don't work very well at all, but that's alright. We can just have a look in here and see what's going on. Now, take off these little... I believe these are all 3D printed rubbish. So, we should be able to get our finger in now, and the spring is going to pop out, but it's alright because the spring's already at it. So what we've got to do, make sure it doesn't fling right across the room, and then we might be able to find out. Oh, and look, it's just bent. I don't know whether you can see that, but the spring's popped up and it's gone around where the string should go. So I don't quite know what on earth has gone on here. I mean, this is some serious stuff what we've got going on here. The end of it's bent, so we've got to try and get that to go around now. Springs, I hate springs. Oh, you bastard. I hate them. I mean, literally hate pull starts. Hate them. I mean, there's good pull starts out there, and then there's bad pull starts out there, and this is a bad one. Now, where is that supposed to go? That's the question that I ask myself, and often I ask it to not just myself, but to anyone that's around. I mean, where does this end of that go? I mean, how does that... What on earth has possessed? That goes in there. Right. So, that needs to go down there then. This is going to take me a while, so I'll be back in 6.2 years. Right, so see you later, Mr. Polestar. Not interested in you in the slightest. So we're going to have to come up with another way of doing this, and that's going to be not now. Well, I gave up on that for today. Well, actually yesterday. But this is my Thunder Tiger MTA4, which as of now is probably going to be up for sale. No longer really have a place for it because other things take priority, unfortunately. As much as I'd love to keep this, I really did put a lot of time and effort into making this a good truck to keep, but I just can't afford to keep it, so it's going to have to go. If anyone's interested in it, let me know, and we'll try and make the best deal possible. Otherwise, it'll go when it goes. Such a nice truck, it really is. Such a nice truck. Runs like an absolute dream. There's nothing about it which makes you think, I don't really like it. Everything is just perfect about it. They really did make it. The only thing that probably won't go with it when I sell it is this air filter, because this air filter comes off of one of my buggies. I had to borrow it. But other than that, everything will come as it is. But what a lovely truck. Anyway, you lot, that is going to be the end of this. And we'll probably go on, continue on with the engine build when I can, or when I feel like messing around with the pull start, to be honest. It's over here, chilling out. What I'll probably do is try and mend one of these ones, because it's the one that's actually probably supposed to go on the engine anyway. But remember, it's only for fun. Building this up is only for fun, isn't it? I'm not expecting this to run... What one's the good one? Oh, that's the good one, hang on. I'm not expecting this one to run mint and go in a truck and be making good power and be good. It's just for fun. You know, just build it up. Will it run? If it runs, how well will it run? From a knackered old engine, you know, that I got in bits. That's what life's all about, you lot. Having a little bit of fun now and again. The old FG Marger's over here, on charge at the moment. because I fully intend, it's actually raining at the moment, which is a bit gay because there's no rain forecast for today, and I was going to take this down to park. So anyway, it's charging up, and we'll see what we can do with that later on. Thanks for watching, you lot. All the best. Love life. Treat people how you want to be treated, and we'll all have a very nice, happy life. None of this bickering and squabbling that a lot of people seem to be doing these days. That's not for this place. Not got a place in this world, as far as I'm concerned. I know the world's a bit topsy-turvy, but there we go. Cheerio, you lot. Live in your own little bubble and love life.